Page 45, Egyptian pyramids. It's too early in the morning to talk. In this lesson, we get the sharp and the flat both. Well, we'll just take them as we get them and see what we can do. I look it over. I see it's a page long. The clef signs are still treble and bass clef. The time signature is 4/4 time signature. I see half notes, quarter notes, whole notes. Okay. The hands are playing at the same time, but the left hand is only playing a C and a G throughout. It's playing the same thing. A C and a G or a G by itself. That's all the left hand's doing. So to shorten this video, I'm going to take both hands at the same time. So it's here and the right hand is here. And again, you don't need any other finger numbers. Please don't be reading the finger numbers. Concentrate on the notes and which finger's on the key, remember which, and just associate it that way. So it's here, and then F sharp, well, fourth finger's on F, so I use it on F sharp. And then an E flat, well, third finger's on E flat, so I use it on here, E flat, there, here, there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then I get everybody, 1, 2, the right hand's tied, and then again. That's basically the piece till you get down to the end. The last two measures, it's here. Left hand is here, and then you just reach over. And you say, I can't hold that down and reach over both. We'll talk about that a little bit. We get this a lot in piano. We'll just deal with it. There is a fermata on the end, so you can hold that out for however long you hold it out. I'll talk about that later too. Now, once I have the hands sort of working together, then I go back over it carefully and get rid of the hesitations. And hopefully these pieces, most of these, when you're not moving around, you can play without looking at the keyboard. So when you have to adjust for the black keys, you feel where those keys are. You don't have to look eventually. Then I think about the articulation. They're phrasing in the right hand. And then lift up. Like taking a breath. All right. And it looks like it just works out that every line is a phrase. And the left hand, you just play them. Play them as connected as you can. Then the dynamics. P, piano at the beginning, and that's all you get. Well, isn't that fun? Again, you don't have to play it all exactly piano. You're in that area. If you feel like getting a little louder, get a little louder. I could maybe gradually get louder toward the middle of the line and come back. So try that. See, experiment, whatever. That's interpretation. When you're first learning it, just play it all piano. You're playing it mechanically. But after you know it and you start feeling the music, if you feel like getting a little louder in places, go for it. Then the speed, well, mysteriously is not a speed. Somewhere in the middle, I guess. Whichever. You see, we have a problem in that, like the first two measures, the first line, that might want to slow it down a little. But then the next two measures with not a lot going on, that's going to speed it up. No, you have to have one speed fit at all. So find something that works for both. Remember the natural accents. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Feel the natural accents. Always, please. We have to deal with this thing at the end. Here. And they have it marked for you. Use the pedal for that. One of the reasons we use pedal is to help us sound out the notes longer because we can't hold them down ourselves. I mean, it'd be nice if we could just hold it down ourselves. Here. That way we get it all. So we use the pedal to help us. The problem with using the pedal is it's going to add all the overtones at the end. Ugh. And that changes the tone a lot. But a lot of times in piano, when using the pedal, it's get something, you have to give something up. And you have to decide, is what you're getting worth giving up what you're giving up? You have that balance going back and forth between the two. Here, we get all the sound we want, but we're giving up a nice clean tone at the end of the piece when we want to die away. You decide. You push the pedal down right after you play the C in the right hand, because the left hand's tied. Push the pedal down right after you play the C and then the pedal. C pedal immediately after. I just want to start the sound before I release the overtones is all. And it's not rhythmic. It's just one then the other. So you do that. Left hand's down, you pedal goes down, and then the pedal and the hands all come up together at the same time after the fermata. And you listen to the fermata until you're tired of listening to it, and then everything comes up. If I do it with a metronome, I'm going to hold that last half note 4 counts instead of 2. I just double the value so I can stay with the metronome. Even at the end of the piece, I do that. Now, if you're going to use the pedal, put your foot on the pedal at the beginning and leave it there for the whole piece. Don't be putting the foot on the pedal and taking it off. You know, we don't dance at the, you put it there and leave it there. If you're not going to use the pedal at all, then you can leave your foot on the ground or the floor, or whatever's down there. I'm not sure. Word of caution, you're bringing out the melody, you're playing the melody louder than the other here. This is very light and this is light. We want to hear the melody. Well, at the end, the last measure, that first half note, that's melody. That second half note is not. So the second half note needs to sound like the left hand here. So it's clear to the listener that note is melody and that note is not. Otherwise, they think it's side and you're singing that one too. No. Be careful on these little things. Now, there's a premier performer where they say you can play this and move around a little bit. They want the right hand goes up and the left hand goes down. So instead of here, the right hand goes up and the left hand goes down, and play it that way. Try that and see if you like. If you do that, you have to be very careful, because as you go down here, the piano will just get louder on its own. So then you have to make sure you play this really soft, or this will drown out, or this will drown out this. Somebody drowns out somebody. Just make sure you can hear the melody. Now, in the next to the last measure, there is an RIT, retardando. Remember, that means slow down a little bit. So whatever speed you're going in the last line, here, and you start slowing down after the RIT. So at the beginning of that next to the last measure, you're still going the same speed. It's like in the third and fourth beat, you're slowing down. There, slowing down, yeah. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm going to play everything about the same. I'm not going to do louds and softs, so play it all about the same. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. 2,